Hello class, my name is Darren Patterson. My presentation is on emergency approach and landing. Let's get started. Training. Throughout a pilot's training, their instructors will provide the student with the opportunity to practice emergency approaches and landings. This is done by the instructor pulling the throttle to the idle position. This training helps build the student's accuracy, judgment, planning, procedures, and confidence when little or no power is available. Airplane Flying Handbook, page 8-26. Step 1. Best glide. Best glide is an important first step because it will give you the furthest distance you can travel with no power. The Airplane Flying Handbook, AFM, states that although glides are directly related to the practice of power-off accuracy landings, they have a specific operational purpose in normal landing approaches and forced landings after engine failure. Therefore, it is necessary that they be performed more subconsciously than other maneuvers, because most of the time during their execution, the pilot will be giving full attention to details other than the mechanics of performing the maneuver. Page 3-20. Terrain select. If afforded time, this is a critical second step. Afforded time is all about the altitude at which the emergency occurs. The lower you are, the less time you have. Pilots should first select an area instead of an exact landing spot. Once headed that direction, the pilot can start to think about the exact spot to land. The AFM directs pilots to not change their mind about the landing spot more than once because a well-executed crash landing in poor terrain can be less hazardous than an uncontrolled touchdown on an established field. Page 17-4. Steep spiral. The point of the maneuver is to stay over the designated point in which to land until pattern altitude has been achieved, after which a normal power-off landing can be made. Power-off landings are approaches and landings made by gliding with the engine idling through a specific pattern to a touchdown beyond and within 200 feet of a designated line or mark on the runway. AFM, page 8-22. Pilots must maintain a constant speed during this maneuver, which can be challenging since the bank angle has to change throughout this maneuver due to changes for wind correction. Common errors to look out for on the practical test: not clearing the area, inadequate pitch control on entry rollout, gaining altitude, not correcting the bank angle to compensate for wind, poor flight control coordination, ineffective use of trim, inadequate airspeed control, becoming disoriented, performing by reference to the flight instruments rather than visual references, not scanning for other traffic during the maneuver, not completing the turn on designated heading or reference. Landing. The AFM details that there are 3 types of emergency landings: forced, precautionary, and ditching. Forced landing, an immediate landing on or off an airport, necessitated by the inability to continue further flight. A typical example of which is an airplane forced down by engine failure. Page 17-2. Precautionary landing. A premeditated landing on or off airport when further flight is possible but inadvisable. Examples of conditions that may call for a precautionary landing include deteriorating weather, being lost, fuel shortage, and gradually developing engine trouble. Page 17-2. Ditching. A forced or precautionary landing on water. Page 17-2. You should look to your aircraft's pilot operating handbook, POH, for the procedures in which your aircraft should make the emergency landing. References are the Airplane Flying Handbook. Thank you.